Welcome back. So as older Americans move into retirement, they face many decisions. Retirement income planning, making a plan to coordinate these decisions to ensure enough income to pay the bills and prepare for uncertainty is critically important. And my guest is Doug Ferrell, who practices in Salt Lake City, Utah. So Doug, with income in mind, let's talk about why market corrections are worse for retirees who are taking income.
Well, I think the interesting thing is, you're right, the number one thing they're concerned about is, am I going to have enough and will it last me the rest of my life? And so as we think about, something where the market dips or makes a correction or has a pullback, would be concerning if all of our assets were inside of investments in the marketplace, following the S&P 500 or something like this. And so, although I think it's important to have different places for your money to be, I also think that number one is, when I think about retirement, I think of if you think about a drawing of a foundation of a building or whatever you might think of, but the foundation is, how do I create that income month after month after month after month, and that it will last me for the rest of my life. And so I think one of the key elements is to focus there and to make sure we can accomplish that. And as soon as we can make sure that that happens, it's bulletproof and guaranteed, very much in a similar way that a pension or something like that would be from your work situation, where that's coming in no matter what. And once we know that's in place, then we have the flexibility to look for the opportunities that maybe a pullback or a little bit of a down market presents, and that we should be ready and to make that adjustment. Just like, if there's a need to, if we have something pulling back like that in the market where we're concerned about our money, then maybe we go to a more cash position or things of this nature so that we can be prepared and just not lose in those times would be a key element. And so as we think about that, and as fiduciary focus that that we focus on here, is that we're looking for what's in our client's best interests. And so by making those adjustments so that we just don't lose in those opportunities, but then look in those down and pullbacks, but look for those opportunities where we can help them to gain the upside of the market on the other side of that. So to me, I look at it as opportunistic, and also to be careful and to make sure that we know, because our clients, their money, I think of their money as sacred funds.
Doug, many retirees will depend at least in some part on Social Security for income, and since pensions are quickly becoming a thing of the past, what are other sources of guaranteed income they can depend on?
There's Social Security is, for, like you said, most individuals on an average, it's somewhere between 30 to 50% of the retirement income. So to strategize and to make sure that is maximized to their benefit is a key element. And to make sure that they have other sources of income that do sort of a private pension idea where we help them to make sure that their money is safeguarded and ready to use in retirement. You spend a whole lifetime tucking away money, whether it's in your 401k or your IRAs. You need to be thinking about, in retirement, how can I enjoy that? Not, oh my gosh, am I going to have enough? And so our focus there is to help people to make sure that their income is bulletproof and dependable and will last them for their lifetime. And there are multiple strategies to do that. But without that expertise, somebody could make the wrong decisions and be sitting at the wrong side of that equation. So definitely it's an important piece of the planning, is to know how to generate the income, know when to pull it and from where, and then to know what to do with the money in the different buckets that should be utilized through retirement. And it's a different phase. Just like you go to different types of doctors. When my wife was going to have her baby, she was definitely going to a different doctor than my mom and dad are. And so it's a different approach, and we focus right in on that. That's a sweet spot for us.
So one income drawdown strategy is called the 4% rule. Do you think that still works these days?
Well, it's kind of interesting. I have a client that came from a very large national bank who is a big, makes a good income, makes a great income. And they have that advising team sitting there for them. And their strategy was thinking that way. When he went to them to ask what to do and how he should plan for retirement, they basically told him that 4%, oh, you'll be able to pull 4% out for the rest of your life, it should be fine. Well, to me, I don't think our clients want to be talking to in a should be. It should be, this is the way we can do this, and this is how we can make sure that happens. and here's the plan, and lay it out so it's very clear. There's no mystical part of that. Most people, I bet if you ask them that question, they would have, you know, maybe a little bit of an idea, but they would have no idea how that would play out over the years. And so for our clients, it's really important for them to see and for us to show them and to have a real plan that lays it out so they know that, hey, when I'm 70 and a half and Uncle Sam knocking on my door and gives me that love letter and said I got to pull out a required minimum distribution, I know that's not going to affect my income. It's going to be already planned in there that I know. So there's a lot of things that can come in and affect that 4% thinking that are not covered in a simple discussion around that.
Doug, thank you so much.
Absolutely. It's great to be with you today.
That's Doug Ferrell in Salt Lake City, Utah. Thanks for watching Retirement News Online.